Hey, I'm Julie Fei-Fan Balzer. I'm a painter, a printmaker, and a collage artist, and welcome to my art studio. So, I've been fighting with this painting behind me for a long time. It has already been like 6 or 7 paintings. None of them good paintings. And by the way, I use the term painting when it often contains collage, it contains drawing, it contains printmaking because painting just seems like the easiest way to explain something on a canvas that you hang up on the wall. I suppose I could say mixed media piece or this artwork, but painting for some reason just feels like an easy short hand. I don't know. Do you think that there's a better way to put it? Do let me know. But anyway, I've been fighting this beast and it hasn't been an easy struggle. I've turned it, I've twisted it, I've made drastic changes. The thing I want to say more than anything, and I know a lot of my videos have been about this, but this is also the truth of an art practice, of anybody's art practice, not just mine. But I think that when you have a truly like sustainable practice, part of what you know is there as a like large part of it is failure and the acceptance of failure and the question, well, what are you going to do with that failure? It's the idea that you keep trying, you keep pushing, you keep thinking your way through a problem. I often I have worked on other work in between working on this piece, but I keep coming back to it, just like a bad penny. It keeps turning up wanting me to do something. And I think that that's normal, that's natural. You know, my art practice is kind of cyclical, and a big part of what I end up doing is coming back to things, coming back to ideas, coming back through different ideas. So, we're going to see today what changes we can make to kind of help this poor friend along in its very long journey. And I doubt that I'll come to a resolution today, but it's another step in the journey of this piece. So, one of the things I'm doing is trying to adjust the values in the painting and seeing if, bringing some more light areas into the dark helps. A lot of times when I'm stuck on work, particularly abstract work, which in the long run, like abstract work is a lot about um, the sort of traditional principles of art and stuff like that. So I often return to very traditional ideas like checking out values, looking at proportion, that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm introducing a new color, making some bold moves, covering up some stuff, trying to make a big change. That's another thing I like to do when I'm really stuck, is make a drastic change to see if that sheds some light on things. It's sort of like breaking up and getting a really radical haircut, which is sometimes a great idea and sometimes a terrible idea. So there are plenty of times when I make a radical change and I much preferred the version before, much to my regret. You can see I'm turning the painting, I'm trying, different orientations. I think the thing for me is to always just be trying to figure out the puzzle and see if I can supply some sort of answer, or at least an answer in the moment. And looking through this video, it's kind of interesting because I can see places where the work was better before I started messing around with it. It's so easy to see it in hindsight and so hard in the moment. But, that's part of the process. It's also a reason that I encourage people always, including myself, to bring time into the process, because it does give you perspective to see things that you didn't see before. So it's definitely still a hot mess, and that's totally fine. Painting is a process, and I think that, if you can paint a complete, fantastic, amazing painting from start to finish really quickly, then you're probably not challenging yourself enough. You're probably not pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, right? I'm way out of my comfort zone, and it's exciting, and it's terrifying, and it's horrible, and it's great, and it's frustrating, and it's exciting, and it's like all those things all at once. And for me, that's where it's fun. I like the challenge. Now,
I'll be the first to admit, not everybody likes that kind of challenge, and that's fine. I think that's part of knowing yourself as an artist. I constantly want to be evolving, so I do stuff that's easy, and then that makes me feel confident and good about myself, and then I do stuff that's really hard for me, and that actually also makes me feel really good about myself. Not necessarily right now in the moment, but in the long term, when I finish it, when I do it. Like, so for instance, I have a painting that I finished earlier, and I love it, and it's fantastic, and it fought me, and it was hard, but I love it. And I think like this is the kind of thing that really makes it all worth it, right? When it works out. It's the reason we believe in fairy tales is because you kiss a lot of frogs and then you find your Prince Charming, right? And so here's a frog. Let's see if I can turn it into a prince. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I love reading all of your comments. And I hope that you'll visit my classroom site over at balzerdesigns.com. I'd love to see you, and also sign up for the free Friday newsletter. Okay, thanks so much.